I'm going to show you in this powerful video three of the key automations that you need to start making your new lead process simpler and more manageable and more effective. So you want to definitely listen to this if you are in a season of growing, scaling, bringing on new clients in this next season of the year. And this is going to show you how you can do this with ease.
If we haven't had the chance to meet yet, I'm Jamie Gruol, and after helping over 500 tax and accounting practices implement automation with TaxDome, I can confidently say that automation is the only way to increase your profit and time freedom in your practice.
We're here because we want to help you see what's possible and take advantage of technology because this industry, the tax professional, accountant, and bookkeeper industry, is evolving rapidly. And if you don't keep up, you're going to start finding that your younger clients, let's say those 50 and under, are going to quickly navigate to the practice that is offering them the solutions that they're looking for. This includes being able to work with you in a remote capacity, having things be streamlined, having an effective client portal that's going to gather the information in a secure manner that makes it easy for them in one place where they go to do all of their dealings with you, not having to search out links to all these different tools to pay your invoices and drop your documents and finish this organizer and answer these questions. Everything needs to be simple for your clients going forward because that's what they get everywhere else. Healthcare systems, dentists, vets, the beauty salon, all of these places are now leaning into technology because it simplifies the work for the business and also makes for a really great client experience. Now, if you haven't been around with this for a long time, client experience is the number one thing that we are focused on when it comes to automation. Yes, automation can eliminate a ton of admin work. In fact, 10 to 15 hours a week is what our clients see on average. And this is per team member. So if you're not seeing those kinds of changes by implementing TaxDome, then you're definitely missing out on the opportunities that are available to you, and we can help you with that. But today, what I want to talk to you about is how that client experience can be built into an automated new lead management process. And I'm going to tell you about three of the amazing automation that are available to you right now in TaxDome that can really transform the way you work. Now, as I mentioned, this is big because we're moving out of this old-fashioned way of working, the old school way, if you will. This is driven by paper. It's driven by workflows and processes and ideals around these businesses that have been with this industry for many decades. If you think back to the way you're running your operations right now, you probably learned that from the business that you or a partner you had previously that mentored you, or maybe it was another firm that you worked at. But you picked up these experiences and started modeling your business around archaic ways of working. So if you're ready to move away from long hours, clients that are demanding of your time, your in-person time, that are not willing to utilize your technology, there's definitely going to have to be some transitions that you make. And one of the most important one is making sure that when you're bringing on new clients, that you're setting them up for the way in which you want them to work with you. Now, if you don't do that and you just keep doing it the way you've always been doing it, hand holding and coddling and bringing them to your services by really doing the manual efforts, they're going to think that's how you're going to do everything. And so what I want to show you today is these three tools that are going to be able to help you really focus your energy where it matters. And that's developing the relationship with the client, understanding what their needs are, or I should say prospective clients, understanding what their needs are and being really effective in the way that you're running a business so that you can focus on the points of service that matter. That's the actual service delivery, right? We don't need to be adding tons of bells and whistles and rolling out the red carpet for every new lead that comes in the door, because honestly, not all client or prospective clients are ideal clients. And you need to find a way that you can be more effective. As this market narrows and the available experts to serve clients gets narrower, you're going to have more people knocking on your door. And I promise you, there is no lack of business out there. I talk to people all the time that have hundreds of people on wait list, that have people knocking down their door and they have zero capacity to serve them because one, either they don't have the team and the ability to serve them because of the capacity limitations of manual processes, or they have implemented systems that allow them to bring on all the clients that they can serve. And that's just where they're at. So they can either decide that they're going to bring and find new talent Luckily, they have virtual services so that they can find remote talent and bring them into their virtual systems. But not everyone has that yet. And I want to show you today how we can implement this, get technology on our side, and start grooming, if you will, start guiding our clients into the services of a virtual or partially virtual practice so that they're not thinking that they're going to have a lot of in-person time with you like maybe their old CPA did. We're going to set up the boundaries through our automation and our standardized processes in the very beginning to make that happen. So enough of me rambling today. I want to show you these amazing automations because they're going to transform the way you work. And I'm going to be knocking on 3 different areas of pain that I hear from practitioners often. The first one is I spend a lot of time working with people or meeting with people that aren't really ideal fits. And so maybe you can recognize yourself in this. There's a few pain points. The first one is that when it comes to new leads, you maybe don't have a system at all. Maybe you get inbound emails, phone calls, clients that show up at your front office and say, hey, I want to work with you. I got referred. I heard about you in the Yellow Pages. I saw you online, whatever that looks like. And what happens with a lot of these leads is that they come in, and if you don't have a system like what I'm about to show you, they just end up on a notebook in an email inbox. Maybe you have a stack of sticky notes sitting around with your new leads on it that you need to follow up with. That all of these manual processes trying to stay organized is trying to give people the attention that they need in order to bring them on as clients. But if you're in a season of scaling, that is only so sustainable, right? As soon as you get maybe 10 people on your list, you're like, I don't even remember where they are anymore. I missed a note on this one, or I don't want to spend like my afternoon calling all these leads to then see if they want to work with us. What if instead we could use a tool, TaxDome in this case, to manage our leads? So when you have inbound clients coming in, or you're trying to build a presence in your network, whether it's locally or it's nationally or even internationally, you need to be thinking about how can I leverage technology to do some of the work for me? And so what I'm going to show you is I'm actually going to show you an example from my co-founder, Jessica Smith. I'm going to show you her website because I really love what she has done here and how she has established the ability to bring in new clients that are interested in working with her and filtering them through a set of questions that will guide them to the exact services that she has. Now, I'm not going to be able to show you the whole workflow because we are reserving that for our client. But what I want to show you is how she has gotten them to the point where she has said, hey, I think this is the best product for you. And I want you to read this. And then if you're interested, let's move forward. So let's see what she's got here. So the first thing that we have is this is Jessica's website. As I mentioned, she has filtered them to the point where they now know that this is the package that she would recommend based on their criteria. And so what she has done is she has a beautiful web page here that, let me get rid of this. I don't know if you can see that, but I'll get rid of it. She has a beautiful web page here where she is showing them about the package. You can see she has a button here that says enroll now. I scroll to the bottom of this page. Here she has some information that guides this person. If they are really information hungry and they aren't certain that she's the right fit, she is guiding them at the bottom of the page. Here's what next steps look like to work with me. First, I need you to create an account. This is going to be a TaxDome account. This is a prospect, guys. This is a new lead. Nobody that she has ever talked to. They find her on social media. They find her on the interwebs. They find her through SEO when they're Googling, I need an accountant that does this. And they're finding her. And so she has guided them in the relationship to the point where she says, I need you to create an account. I'm going to send you a short application for service, and then I'm going to schedule a call with you if you're a good fit. So she is doing a double filter of these clients, and anybody that gets to this point is really interested in working with her. You have to stop thinking, if you're a brand new business, do not take this advice. But if you've been around for a while and you're an established firm and you have a mostly full roster and you're just looking to scale, or you're looking to backfill attrition, or you're just looking to bring on a few new clients, you have to start thinking that every person that comes to my firm, I have to meet with and I have to roll out the red carpet. Let technology help the person decide, are you the right fit or not? And that's what Jessica has done here. So you don't have to have something this elaborate. You can have a very simple button on your website that does the same thing. But what I'm going to show you next is the first automation that I want you to know about. And that is the ability, let me find my notes here, the ability to implement a self-service client application. This is a game changer in you protecting your time, getting your time back. I know that's what you want. You want a calendar that is open and free, and you don't have to be bothered in the middle of your day with somebody calling in and saying, hey, my so-and-so or my son-in-law recommended you as an accountant. I would love to talk with you about your services, and feel like you have to stop doing what you're doing. Let them leave a message, and then ask them in the message to drop their email address, and then if they're interested in working with you, and then you can send them an email. Or if you have a front desk person or admin, have them take the phone call and have them then send them an email with the same button that we're about to click into that's going to take you into this enroll now. You can have the same type of instructions in an email, and we provide that in our workflow because this is the way of getting your time back, protecting your time. So what they're going to do is they're going to click on this enroll now, and they're going to go to Jessica's sign-up page. Now, I'm not going to sign into Jessica's account because I can't show you anything on that side, but I am going to sign into my account through the same screen. And this is the sign-up page. This is the page where they go to create an account in TaxDome. So they're going to click on continue. They're going to add their information, so demo, lead, and I'm going to enter some info here, 666. And I'm going to click this button. I'm going to click continue. I'm going to add a password. And I'm going to click get start, I have to go and get my valid or verification code here. So here's my verification code. I'm going to copy this, and I'm just showing you this so I can get into the next step, which is where I really want to show you. But this is them guiding themselves. Let them set this up. This proves, one, that they're technically able. No more hiring clients that aren't willing to work in your systems. Boundary number one. So that is critical. What you can see here is once they get in here, it gives them a waiting for action list. We have another chat where we can have a little quick note with them about what we want them to do. But the game changer is this new client application. And what this is going to do is it's going to add some basic details. We're going to give them some instructions. They're going to fill this out. They're going to then tell us, are they married? Do they have dependents? Do they own a business? And if they do these things, they will click on this and you will see it's going to start gathering the additional details. This is not a lot of information. For example, the dependent, first and last name. What is their date of birth? You don't even have to ask that if you don't want to. Or is there anything unique about this relationship we should know about? Yes, tell us more. Great. Mom and I are separated. I have them 25% of the time. Mom has them the other 75, or whatever it looks like in their family. But they can add this information and tell you about their scenario. Again, these are completely customizable to the needs of your practice. Now, what they're going to do is when they get this, it's going to add them to our system. So let me go ahead. I'm going to just go back here. I'm going to unselect this. I'm going to put NA. I'm just going to add in some details here. Fill this in. Next. I can ask them when was the last year they filed. I can ask them to tell me about what they're looking for. I'm going to go ahead and click next. How did they hear about me? And then next. I'm going to go ahead and click submit. Now this is done. So my client was filled out this application. This has done two things for me. Boundaries, as we said, protecting your time. But now I had the basic details of this person. And I, as the firm owner, can now determine, let me find the right screen here. I can determine, is this person the right fit? So this is my pipeline before that account had gotten added. I'm going to click refresh. And now that I'm looking at TaxDome from my TaxDome firm view, which is showing you here, this TaxDome demo onboarding task, this is the one I just created. This new lead demo is the one I just created. And what they have done is this is now triggering me. If I click on this, it's now triggered a task to my team saying, hey, we have a new application we need to review. It goes to whomever on my team is the appropriate fit. They review it. If they're a fit, fantastic. If they're not a fit, then we send them a message. We're just going to use tags in TaxDome to do this. And if they are a fit, they're going to move into our scheduled call. So what this does is you no longer have to get on a call with somebody who is absolutely not a fit. For example, if you don't serve, we live in Florida or work in Florida. We don't serve HOAs. You could ask them in the business section, are you an HOA? There's a lot of HOAs in Florida, it turns out. And they don't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole. So they could have a question in there, are you an HOA? And if they answer yes to that question, then they can send them a notice that says, hey, we recognize that you're interested in working with us. However, we're not a fit. So here's a referral that we have if you wanted to customize the response to that. Otherwise, you can just say, hey, it looks like we're not a fit right now. We apologize and we appreciate it. If circumstances change, feel free to come back, but we don't think we're a fit right now. There's so much ease in doing this. So the second one is you're not wasting time with not a fit clients. This automation allows us to quickly tell somebody they're not a fit. We can then, if they are a fit, schedule a call with them and say, hey, looks like we're a fit. We're so excited. Schedule a call with us. And so what we're doing in the second set of automations is we're sending an email to schedule your consultation call and also setting a task for us to make sure that when that consultation call gets scheduled, we're confirming it so that it moves into the proper holding zone, which is discovery call schedule. So those are that's how you get them into your discovery call, consultation call, whatever you call it. Again, we're leveraging automation to do this. The third thing we're going to do is we're going to gather information. So at the end, when we get our proposal signed, we get our initial invoice paid, depending on the services that they're selecting, we can then send them an automated onboarding organizer, which will gather all of the details of this new client. So we can even have it customized based on the services they selected. It doesn't have to be difficult to set up management systems that allow you to streamline your workflows. And so I want you to know that these three automations, so I'm looking at my notes over here, make sure I don't miss anything. The self-service client application, the eliminating the waste of not a fit clients or wasted time with not a fit clients, and then also the automated information gathering that gets done after they say yes and engage with you and pay that initial invoice. That can all be built into your automated workflows in TaxDome, making the streamlined. Now you're like, this is amazing. I should go build this. Sure, you could go build this on your own. I totally invite you to do that. But what I also want to invite you to do is that right now we are preparing for a new lead management workshop going to be held at the end of August, on August 29th. What we're going to be doing in that, for anybody that purchases this pipeline that we have available in the TaxDome Marketplace, you go to your TaxDome system, go to Marketplace, go into the pipeline section, and then sort your system to A to Z. And you will find, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you're going to find all of our workflows for Tax Pros templates. One of the ones that is in here is the new lead management, $197. Your time is well worth buying this template and not figuring out how to build this yourself. Sure, you could go back and watch the video and create what I have there, or you could go and buy this for $197. And when you do that, I'm going to invite you to this live workshop that's going to be held on Thursday, August 29th. In this workshop, I'm going to be answering all the questions you have. How do I build this on my website? How could I make sure that this specific scenario of my practice gets met? How can I make sure that I gather the documents that I require? Say you require last year's tax return. All of these modifications, I will show you exactly how to make them to this new lead management pipeline so that you can ensure that you are getting set up in the way that you need and desire for your new lead management as you're going into the season of building. Because extension season is going to wrap up soon. You probably have people knocking on your door. They're like, I can't work with this tax professional again next year. I want to work with you. Now is the season to start getting these people onboarded and to do it in a way that allows you to manage them well. The other thing that this pipeline does is that it keeps everything in one place. If you have this stack of sticky notes and the notebook and the email inbox where you're trying to track all this, or maybe even a spreadsheet, everything is done here automatically, ensuring that you don't lose those valuable leads. And if you're growing, every lead counts. So let's make sure that we're vetting our clients or our potential clients, making sure that we're not spending time with somebody that's not a fit. We're making sure that we're giving them an excellent client experience using the technology that we're going to expect them to use with us when it comes to the service delivery. And we're giving them an excellent client experience. We're sending out responses once they've submitted this application, for example. We let them know your application's been received. Here's what happens next. And the other cool thing is if somebody goes in and they get the application, but they don't actually complete it when it's done, we have reminders set up to knock on their door and remind them. And also you could follow up with them because you've gotten their phone number. You have their phone number, you have their email, you know it's their real email because they couldn't get into the system if they didn't get the validation code. There's so many benefits to this. So please don't let this change in the way that you're currently doing your system to hold you back from being able to streamline your new lead management. Promise you, this is a game changer. For $197, it's a no-brainer to go and get this pipeline and try it out. Modify it as you see fit, but know that automation using all of the features of TaxDome is going to transform the way your practice operates right from the front of the process with your new leads. If you have questions, you're not sure, please DM me on Facebook, jamie.gruol. I think it's jamie.gruol, but it might be Gruol J. just look me up, Jamie Gruol, can't miss me. If you have questions, I would love to answer them for you in the DMs. Also, you can comment below this video if you want to ask more details, but this is going to be a game changer. Again, August 29th is when we're holding that special workshop. And if you can't make it, we'll absolutely record it and we'll send that to you afterwards. It will also get loaded up with the special course that comes with your template purchase that walks you through exactly how to use this pipeline, gives you all the tips and tricks, and make sure that you are going to be able to leverage this and use it right away. So within a week, you can have all this automation. And I shouldn't even say a week. Within a couple of hours, you could have all this automation in your TaxDome system and working for you. So excited to share this with you today. I hope you found value and you see some new opportunities for how you can leverage technology in your new lead management process so that you can streamline, refine it, and make sure that you're giving a great client experience while also protecting your time and your team's time from just getting on the phone with any Tom, Dick, or Harry that calls you and says, hey, I want to work with you. Protect your time. You are valuable. It's valuable. And we only get so much of it. It is our most finite resource in life. So let's protect it and make sure that we have the right systems to do that. All right. I'm so excited to come back to you next week. We'll have a new training. We do trainings every Wednesday here in the Facebook group, and we would love to have you join us. So if you're not in our Facebook group and you're watching this on YouTube, click the link below this and make sure that you do join us in our tax pros, accountants, and bookkeepers, automation and workflows Facebook group, because we're dropping lots of great details and lots of great value around how to use automation specifically with TaxDome in your small practice and make sure that you can take advantage of all of the functionalities and features of TaxDome in right away, because that's where the power is. All right. I hope you have a great day. We'll see you all in the next training.